Welcome to Liverpool Report, your go-to for daily Liverpool FC news, transfers and match updates. If you're a true Red, hit subscribe and join the family. You'll never walk alone. Liverpool's summer rebuild has hit a snag, with Darwin Nunez unwilling to entertain a move to Saudi Arabia, complicating the club's bid to raise funds for a blockbuster deal to sign Florian Wirtz. Despite interest from Al Hilal and a previous $60 million bid from Al Nassr, the Uruguayan striker is holding out for a return to Europe, favouring a switch to La Liga or Serie A. With arneslot limiting his game time and Nunez open to a fresh start, Liverpool are eager to offload their record signing, but recouping his €85 million fee may prove a tall order. Liverpool may have to find a new buyer for Darwin Nunez, with the Uruguay international not keen on a move to Saudi Arabia at this stage in his career. Liverpool want to sell Nunez in the summer transfer window in part to help fund the club record deal for Florian Wirtz, but face a few obstacles. The Reds are still in negotiations with Bayer Leverkusen over the structure of a deal for Wirtz. Their latest offer, submitted on Friday, consisted of £100 million plus £14 million in add-ons. Both sides are still confident the transfer will go through, and Liverpool are looking at ways to raise funds. The sale of Nunez represents one of the best ways to do so, with the 25-year-old still having 3 years on his contract. He struggled for regular game time under arneslot last season, starting just 8 Premier League games, and has hinted that he would like to leave this summer. Nunez is Liverpool's record signing, having joined from Benfica in June 2022 for £85 million, made up of £64 million plus add-ons, and the club are keen to recoup as much of that as possible. The club rejected an offer of £60 million from Al Nassr in January, but have now fielded more interest from Saudi Arabia. Liverpool were contacted by Al Hilal on Monday as they sought a new forward ahead of the FIFA Club World Cup deadline and would be keen to do business. However, Nunez is understood to favour staying in Europe, with a move to Spain or Italy his preference. The Uruguay international has been linked with Atletico Madrid as well as Italian champions Napoli. It remains to be seen whether either of those clubs step up their reported interest in Nunez, who has contributed 40 goals and 26 assists in 143 games for Liverpool over the past 3 seasons. Earlier in the season, Slot was forced to respond to suggestions that Nunez had been benched for financial reasons, with Liverpool reportedly trying to avoid triggering a further payment to Benfica of around 4.2. However, the Dutchman is not oblivious to Nunez's unhappiness at sitting on the bench. "I don't know exactly what is going to happen. One of the main strengths we had this season is that everybody accepted his role," Slot said recently. And his role sometimes could be to start every single game, hardly be taken off, sometimes be taken off. It could be sometimes not starting every single game, sometimes not playing hardly minutes. Nunez is just one of a group of players who could leave Liverpool this summer. Harveyelliott and Kostas Tsimikas are both expected to leave in the summer transfer window, while there is some doubt over Luis Diaz, who is being targeted by Barcelona, although Liverpool don't want to sell the Colombia international. Andy Robertson has also admitted his place will come under threat if Milos Kerkez arrives in a £45 million deal from Bournemouth. As Dean Huijsen completed his £50 million dream move to Real Madrid, congratulations came pouring in, including a heartfelt message from close friend and fellow Bournemouth breakout star Milos Kerkez. But while Huijsen begins his new chapter under Xabi Alonso, Kerkez may soon write his own, with a switch to Liverpool reportedly on the horizon. The Hungarian left-back remains a top target for the Reds, while veteran Andy Robertson has delivered a defiant message amid the looming competition. He's not stepping aside just yet. Milos Kerkez has sent a supportive message to Dean Huijsen after the former Liverpool target completed a move to Real Madrid. The Spanish defender has moved to the Bernabeu for £50 million after an impressive debut season with the Cherries. He was officially unveiled as a Real Madrid player on Tuesday, with Kerkez sharing his thoughts on the move. Sharing an Instagram post from Huijsen on his story, Kerkez added a red heart emoji. Huijsen will make his debut for Real Madrid over the coming weeks, and he will be joined by ex-Liverpool defender Trent Alexander-Arnold as the Spanish giants struck a deal with the Reds to sign the right-back early. Reports in Spain had suggested that Kerkez was also on Madrid's radar, with El Chiringuito claiming they could make a move for him if their proposed swoop for Alvaro Carreras failed. But while they are yet to seal a deal for the Benfica defender, Kerkez seems set on a move to Anfield. As for Huijsen, it was always Real Madrid, revealing he had never had any intention of going elsewhere. He said, "A lot was said, but I just concentrated on my football, giving everything at Bournemouth and trying to finish the season in the right way. I wanted to be here from the first day. Once Real Madrid called, I didn't have eyes for any other teams. For me, Real Madrid is the best club in the world, and there is no other club when they appear." He added, "Well, I fit very well the football that Jarby wants to play, and I am going to try to contribute to the team. Anything I can do to help, I'm delighted to do so. We have spoken a bit about what he expects from me, and I think these will be nice years. Bringing the ball out is something I have, as well as defending. I think I have shown I am ready. I'm here to help the team, and as for the demands here, I want to win titles too. I'm not here to not win titles." Liverpool will now hope that Kerkez strikes up as much of a rapport with his new teammates as he did with Huijsen. The Reds continue to chase the Hungarian left-back, with Bournemouth demanding around 45 mamstes for his services. And while a deal looks to be some way off as it stands, current Liverpool defender Andrew Robertson has sent a message to Kerkez. He said, "We're not daft, it looks as if a deal could potentially be done. But until that is done, I've not even given that a second thought. I back myself. I've got confidence in my own ability, and that drives me forward. I've had 8 fantastic years at Liverpool in terms of winning trophies and being a mainstay in the team, which I'm incredibly proud of. I'm not getting any younger. I can't change my age, but I still believe I've got a lot to give, and that's what I focus on. I focus on myself. You can't focus on other people or who you're competing with." Manchester City star Ilkay Gundogan believes Florian Wirtz is not world-class yet, as the latter looks likely to join Liverpool in a record transfer fee. The Reds are ready to break the bank for Wirtz this summer, despite so far being unwilling to meet Bayer Leverkusen's £126.4 £150 million asking price. Liverpool will pay 100 guaranteed to sign Wirtz as they look to close a deal, Mirror Football understands. But they remain locked in talks with the Bundesliga club over add-ons, the structure of the transfer and payments, as no agreement is finalised. Wirtz has not yet been given permission to travel for a medical yet, and nothing has been arranged. Liverpool submitted a third bid for the Germany international last week that consisted of £100 guaranteed with 14 memos in add-ons. And although it did not meet Leverkusen's valuation, it was not rejected. Talks have been ongoing between the clubs since it was lodged. Liverpool remain adamant in the talks that they will not pay the 126.75 asking price, and are continuing discussions over the total amount of add-ons and how they would be structured. Regardless of how close the deal is to completion, Liverpool will have to break the Premier League's transfer record for the 22-year-old, who has his heart set on moving to Anfield after turning down approaches from Manchester City and Bayern Munich last month. It is a mammoth sum, especially when considering that Wirtz's Germany teammate Gundogan stated he is still not a world-class player earlier this year. Gundogan looks set to miss out on being club teammates with Wirtz too, who would have filled the shoes of Kevin De Bruyne following the Belgian legend's Etihad departure. Gundogan knows Wirtz's game well, having played with both him and Bayern's talented Jamal Musiala for Germany for a number of years. He has a high opinion of both, but thinks that if either want to be recognised as world-class, these stars, they will need to join a club capable of winning the Champions League, something Wirtz hopes to accomplish if he joins Liverpool. They're very close to world class. Maybe they are not yet there, but they could be the best in the world in a short amount of time, Gundogan said earlier this year. I feel like it is just proving themselves a little bit more. They are very young. Jamal has done a bit more than Florian because he played a little more at that high level. When you want to be on top and admired as the world's best, one day it's necessary to win the Champions League, and Jamal has already played a few years in the Champions League but hasn't won it yet. For Flo, it is the first season with Champions League with Leverkusen. To be there every single year, to try to get to the semis and final and win it at one point is unavoidable to be world class. Of course, they have the potential and the quality. I played with them for the last 2 years in the national team, and both of them have everything, and they prove it with their teams and the national team. They are both great guys and great characters, so they will be there at one point. Bayern had previously been favourites to sign Wirtz before Liverpool stole a march on the Bavarians, while City ended their long-running interest in the player for financial reasons. Liverpool, meanwhile, have begun the summer transfer window in strong form, with sporting director Richard Hughes already signing Jeremiafrimpong and young goalkeeper Armin Peksi. Georgi Mamardashvili will also join arneslot's side, having agreed to move from Valencia last year.